These 12 Yahawashi sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right? And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Because the kingdom of heaven is for the Israelite. It is the Israelites being built up, right? It's the house of David, right? Starting with the house of David, right? But really starting with Yahawashi, right? It says, and he said, Ezekiel 2:3, and he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, so not to everybody, right? To a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day, right? And that's true. They're still transgressing right now. That's why the prophecy of the 2/3 has to come to pass. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them, right? And they're going to know in those times of great calamity, the Jacob's trouble, right? And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, right? Because what? You can kill the body, but you can't kill the soul, like it says in the scriptures. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions. So he's calling the children of Israel scorpions, right? Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house, right? And the children of Israel, the Negro, Latino, and Native American, are really rebellious, right? And this is what the scriptures say about rebellion. This is 1 Samuel 15:23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Most High, he have also rejected thee from being king. That's talking about back in the day with Saul, right? When he didn't destroy all of the Amalek. He spared some the cattle and some Amalekites, which the Amalekites today are those fake Jews in the land of Israel, right? But going back to the rebellion of the Israelites, it says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, right? So what happens when you commit witchcraft? Which witchcraft is going on all over the world right now, because who's in rulership? The Edomites, the so-called Caucasians, right? Which Caucasian means cave dweller. And you can go to Obadiah 1:3, right? I can read that in a sec, but this is Exodus 22:18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, right? So going back to 1 Samuel 15:23, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Most High, he have also rejected thee from being king, right? So going back to Ezekiel, Ezekiel 2:4, for they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Most High Power, Yahawah, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them, right? I'm going to skip down to 7. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. So if they listen or not, we still got to speak these words, right? Because it's commanded of us, right? Thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And that's eating these scriptures and putting it into our mind, right? Because this is Hebrews 4:12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of joints and marrow, and is a discerner of thoughts and intents of the heart. Right? And this is Proverbs 23:23. Buy the truth and sell it not. So this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, buy it and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. Right? And this is Psalms 119 and 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. Because what? We've been corrected in this world because what? We were sinning for we was going off. We didn't even know who we were as a people. And now we're getting back to our nationality. Right? We're getting back to the laws of the Most High Power. Right? 72. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Right? So, because these things are for our salvation. Right? These things are for our salvation through the power of Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. Right? That's why it says in Revelation 1:3, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Right? And that's going into following the law, statutes, and commandments according to the Bible. Right? Given to the Israelites. Which Israelites are all shapes, forms, and sizes, because it's through the patriarch of the 12 the patriarch of Jacob, right? The men of the 12 sons of Jacob, right? So if your father goes back to those 12 men, or one of those men, then you're automatically an Israelite, right? But the main Israelites today are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why they're under this persecution, right? They're under the curses of Deuteronomy 28:15 and down, right? That's why they're going through all this stuff, right? That's why they don't know who they are. That's why they're getting led astray by these other nations. Because what it say? Because like these prophecies back in the day happened. So these prophecies always happen. There is not one prophecy in the Bible that's not going to happen. And this is Jeremiah 17 and 4. Let me start at the top. The sin of Judah is written with the pen of iron, and with the point of a diamond, right? It is graven upon the table of their heart and upon the horns of their altars, whilst their children remember their altars and their groves by the green trees upon the high hills. O my mountain in the field, I will give thy substance and all thy treasures to the spoil, and thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders. Right? So we've been completely destroyed. Right? There's not another people that have been destroyed like the Israelites. And if they have like been destroyed like us, they're probably Israelites anyways. Right? And it says, verse 4, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage. Talking about the Israelites. That I gave thee, because the Most High gave it to us, not man. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies. Did we not do that? Right? These prophecies will happen because they've been happening. Right? The Most High said it, it will happen. It will come to pass. In the land which thou knowest not, the Americas and such. Excuse me. This is not for entertainment. Right? For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Which is just a period of time. Because what? We're going to be revenged on these nations that put us into subjection under them. But really it was the Most High. It was divine power of the Most High. Right? Because what they say in the Bible, it says that the Edomites are the basis of men. Right? So they're the lowest people. Right? They got the blessing of the sword, but that sword is what's going to destroy them in the World War III. Right? So it's really coming back upon them. Right? As it says. And these words are perfect. Right? We get fired up about this because guess what? All these things have been coming to pass, will come to pass. This is the true knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? And it starts, you get this, it starts with the fear of the Most High. But it says, this is Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 23. Wherefore, whereas men have lived dissolutely and unrighteously, who has lived more unrighteous than the Edomites, the Caucasians? Thou hast tormented them with their own abominations. Right? For they went astray very far in the ways of error, and held them for powers, which even among the beasts of their enemies were despised, being deceived as children of no understanding. Right? Because what? They raped, robbed, and murdered the children of Israel to the point that that prophecy was fulfilled. Right? In Jeremiah 17. Right? And now they gotta pay coming back. And this is the times that we should be excited, because these things are gonna come upon them. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's 2nd Esdras 15. Right? So it's a very exciting time, because we're gonna see these people being killed by their own, which is already happening. Right? So I can get into that. It says 2nd Esdras 15 and 5, or I'll start at the top. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth. But before I get that, let me line this up. It says Revelation 19 and 9. And he said unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. Which, who's the Lamb? The Lamb is the Son of the Most High, Yahawashi. And he said unto me, these are the true sayings of the Most High. And I fell at his feet, fell at the angel's feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. Right? You're not supposed to be worshiping angels. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. right? And it's going to tell you what the testimony of Yahawashi, the Son of the Most High, is. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. And that's what we give out here in these highways and byways, right? The chief place of concourse. This is 2nd Ezra 15. And at the top, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, the Israelites, but it's going out through the four corners of the earth, the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true, as it was written in paper, right? Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee, which is the unbelief, right? Getting the understanding of these words, right? Incredulity means unbelief. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, right? Because they can speak all they want, but these prophecies are still going to come to pass, right? Like Fox News did. They was talking about the Israelites, but they put us in a negative context. But when we because what they cutting and pasting videos together to put us in a negative light, so they can demonize us as they're demonizing Maduro in Venezuela. But all they want is that oil and those resources in Venezuela. That's the only reason, because what? They wasn't dealing with those other poor countries. Nobody's helped Haiti since the before anything. That money ain't going to no Haitian. And I know, because I know some Haitians, right? Where their whole family died through the earthquake, right? And there was no help. There was eating mud. They're still eating mud, right? So this is how the Edomites, the Caucasians, are running the earth, right? In wickedness, right? And you can tell, right? These things are wicked. So it says, so now, that's what it's saying, wars and rumors of wars, right? Because Venezuela is a rumor of war, but hey, they're messing with Venezuela's money. So what you think's gonna happen? They're trying to do a coup, right? Take him out of power. So what you think's gonna happen? Russia is